How comfortable do you feel not benefiting anything from Jummah? And just getting there, making 2 rak'ah, rushing, listening to the last weekend part of the khutbah, make the salat and rush back to work.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Salam, I just started a job where I work during the day of Friday. I get an hour break for lunch, which I use for Jummah. The problem is the masjid gives long khutbas, so I go to Jummah with the intention of being late so that I have enough time to commute to and from. I also have not benefited from the Jummah Salah. The khatibs usually just go on rants and the khutbah is super packed, so I do not feel like I'm benefiting at all. Can you please give me some advice on the matter?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. This is one of the many challenges that Muslims face during these times, and oftentimes in certain Western countries. Not all Muslims, but many Muslims. Working, Jumu'ah, prayer, congregation, the masjid, and the difference of the orientation of the masjid. What is the purpose of Jumu'ah, etc. Second Jumu'ah in one masjid, etc. All of these different issues, the Muslims, they suffer from, unfortunately. So the advice that I would give you is, what is your feeling towards Jumu'ah? How important is it? What status and rank does it hold in your mind, in your heart, in your soul as a believer? Is it worthy for you to adjust or augment your work schedule or your actual work or location or another branch? Do you feel it's that important? What does Jumu'ah do for you? Regardless of the ruling on going to Jumu'ah and the ruling on stopping your work to go to Jumu'ah, but the importance of it. If there's a masjid that's close by and you yourself acknowledge and say that you don't get anything from the khutbah because the imam is ranting and the khutbah is super long and it isn't no tangible benefit that you get from it, forget the issue of you going late intentionally, but the concept of every week coming and going and you not reaping no real big basket of fruit from Jumu'ah. That's problematic in the life of the Muslim. And Jumu'ah is supposed to be a means of reminder. It's supposed to be a means of education. It's supposed to be a means of enlightenment. So just ask yourself the question, is it possible for me to allow week in and week out to come and go, and I just come and go and just do what's barely necessary for me to do? Where will your iman be after a month, after 2 months, after 3 months? So I think that's the most important aspect of the question, and I think that's something that you have to critically ask yourself and answer yourself. How comfortable do you feel not benefiting anything from Jummah? And just getting there, making 2 rak'ah, rushing, listening to the last weekend part of the khutbah, make the salat and rush back to work. So I think that you should be mindful of that in any type of way or source that you have to adjust your work schedule or to adjust your work or your location or another branch, cover for a non-Muslim co-worker, etc. For you to go and drive to a masjid in which there's a beneficial khutbah, a khutbah that is enriching your soul and your mind, because the khutbah isn't just a formality. It's not just something that is just done and that's it. It is a means of spiritual blessing, spiritual cleansing, spiritual reminder, and the list goes on. So if the local masjid cannot provide that or does not provide that, perhaps it's best for you to find another masjid which does provide that, in which you rush to Jummah, in which you look forward to the khutbah, in which you feel like a better believer and a better Muslim after you leave the Jumu'ah service, both the khutbah and both the prayer. And this is why the Messenger of Allah والسلام, instructed us directly and indirectly when we speak, when we talk, and even how we pray. What prayers are being recited? There's wisdom in the prayer being recited aloud on Jumu'ah. There's wisdom in the prayers being recited silently during Dhuhr and Asr. And the purpose and the wisdom of that is for the spiritual benefit and never ever just for the formality. I prayed and then that's it. Khalas. Back to work, back to sleep. So that's my humble advice with regards to what should be done. And with Allah Azza wa Jalla is all success.